This video is about training on the flat. We want to train on the flat things that then we take to jumps and especially tunnels. So here I start by training a heel to sit on the flat. I lure Nina around me to face 3 o'clock, around a clock. Here is a 12 o'clock face, and I make sure that we're both facing in the direction we want to go, which is the clock at 12, which would be a jump or a tunnel or any other equipment. Here I make sure that we're both facing together towards 9 o'clock. Now I switch hands, so I always do things on my right and then my left. I fight for this very straight, or as straight as I can get her to sit, and we both calmly face the same direction. And then I will again lure her, so we move all the way around to face 6 o'clock, because this is where my next obstacle is going to be. So I fight for it. She's not as straight as she could be before I do a lead out, and then I come back and reward her. So this is duration of a sit stay. I need this, and I like to have a nice quiet lead out. I come back and reward many times. Now I ignore this. I left this on the tape because I want you to see she's a little bit crazy, but I just ignore it, and when she sits down, I reward. And here is a come to hand. You will recognize this. I make her stop completely, and then I turn her and make her sit down to face 12 o'clock. Here it is in the other direction. I lead out. I show her the treat, but I don't let her get up until I say okay, which is her release word. Then I treat her because I want her to stop, and then sit down. Here it is again. I'm fighting for that heel position sit, so we're both as straight as we can be, going towards 12 o'clock or wherever we need to go. And now this is a recall. You will see this is the recall with a turn. So I need for her to come to my hand, very important, and I treat her. And then I turn her, and again I treat her, and I fight for the quiet sit. And then I reward that sit with a little duration. Here it is again. And with Nina, I'm very quiet because she can be a little crazy. So she has to come to my hand when I say, okay, come to hand. Then I turn her and I fight for that sit at heel position. And here is a backy uppy. You'll notice I'm facing her, so that position says please slow down or stop. And then though I put my hand behind and my foot behind, and I let her go behind me, and then she turns to her position. This is the basis for putting my hand back, opening the door, and let her go behind me to the jump. You'll see that with Spark over a jump in the demo that I did on positioning. You should refer back to that. And here it is again. So everything about me says please stop, so I make her stop. But then I open the door and she can go behind me and make that little circle. Again, I don't go far from her. I make her stop and then do the little circle. And again, now this is the one where I make her stop and then do that turn to the left. You can see that with Nina, unlike Spark, because he's older, I have to really fight for her to be quiet and sit at that heel position, but I just do.